Oh, it's a dream come true. It's working with, you always dream of working with the best at in your field, and Tom is the best in many fields. So it's not just the best actor, he's one of the best storytellers of all time. Like,
greetings, fanboy. Today's exercise is dogfighting.
Whoever gets shot down has to do 200 push-ups.
Damn! They don't call it an exercise for nothing, sir.
In the air, he's helping a pilot with everything in the cockpit.
Check your laser, fanboy.
I got this! Guys, we're falling behind!
Boss.
Push beyond your limits.
We really gotta move!
Hi, Danny.
hey, how are you?
I'm doing fine, and you?
Good. Where are you from? Where you at?
I'm from Brazil. I'm in like
Hey,
I'm in LA,
brasileira.
but I'm from Brazil, brasileira.
Fala pouquinho.
Fala pouquinho. É, Brazil loves you.
Yeah, I love Brazil. I'm a massive Brazil fan.
Yes, we know that. Have you been there?
I haven't, but my mom is there right now with my stepdad. So they're
that's
in Sao Paulo,
amazing.
and yeah.
Yeah, I'm from São Paulo. So
Oh.
I bet you they having a great time and eating really well.
Yeah.
The
Well,
food is good there.
my stepdad's able to bring the heat when it comes to all the asadas and all the steak that he makes.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's awesome. So how excited to talk to you and to talk about Top Gun Maverick. How excited for you to be in this movie.
It's exciting for all of us. I think it's really easy when we're sitting down here and doing interviews, and you're as excited as we are. Did you get to see it?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes, I
and
saw
it's like,
yesterday.
it is wild. So it's so like it's the easiest job I've had is talking about something that I have known for so long. We've all known for so long how amazing it was, and the experience of just then having to sit with this. Like, it feels like we discovered like just like the next great like film, and like we had to be quiet about it for 2 years. But it's finally, it's wonderful that the world is catching up and the world's able to see this in the movie theater. And yeah, it's the best movie ever made.
Yes, exactly. And
Yeah.
you need to watch in a big screen because that
Absolutely.
makes the whole difference. And all those flying scenes, it's amazing. How was your experience flying those jets, that F-18?
It was an entirely beautifully long process of preparation, and so I started off with being afraid of flying. So we were told that we had to sign that waiver saying we weren't afraid of flying, and I obviously lied about it. But in the beginning of the process, it was knowing that whoever our instructors were going to be were all signed off by Tom. Tom had set up the entire schedule of our preparation, from the Cessna to the extra 300, which is essentially a go-kart with wings, and then an L-39 jet, and then the F-18. So that progression slowly built us up over the course of a few months in order for us to be prepared to not pass out in the back of an F-18. But it was once we finished the project, we realized that we could only talk about the experience amongst ourselves, not only because of spoiler reasons, but because the experience is so individual and singular, and there are more people with Super Bowl rings than there are that have flown in the back of an F-18. So knowing that, it's been such a relief that finally, and I think the film does this so well, is that it's able to have that conversation of what it's like up there without using words, right? Or like to articulate that experience feels like an impossible task, and the movie does it so well of putting the viewer in that seat that we were in and seeing how intense it was, how dynamic it was, the precision that also was required. So I think you absolutely have to see it in the movie theater with the surround sound, the immersion. It is the perfect movie theater film. And it's a great reminder of the magic of movies.
Yeah, I was at the edge of my seat seeing those flying scenes, and I was like, it's amazing how well done it was. That you guys, thank you so much for doing that, because you guys are all together doing that. It's amazing. So now The question I think everybody already asked you, how is like work with Tom Cruise? How is to be with him on set?
Oh, it's a dream come true. It's working with, you always dream of working with the best in your field, and Tom is the best in many fields. So it's not just the best actor, he's one of the best storytellers of all time. Like he hasn't directed anything, and I don't know if he has aspirations to direct something, but he has the mind of a storyteller of like epic proportion. He is a film junkie. He watches a movie a day, and he is just a wealth of knowledge. So an entire process being led by him, you come out of it with like the best traits and the best respect. He passed down this responsibility of what it is to be a filmmaker today, like in today's age, and of how we should all approach the next stories we tell, with giving it your absolute all and then pushing the medium forward. I think from day one, he told us all that we're like the next wave of movie stars. And I was like, oh wow, that's a pretty cool compliment. And then he's like, but that comes with a responsibility. We think that you're all capable of taking this and running with it forward and being able to push this medium forward. And through these 10 months, he was able to see what it takes and why his movies are so not just great, but like filled with heart and dynamic and pushing the limit of what you think is possible on screen. And then the reason as to why people make these movies and why you should be telling these stories is not just to make something for the sake of making it, but to make it and make it the best it could be, and a story that is important and with themes that are relevant and universal and are able to impact as many people as possible. So I could talk about what I walk away from this film for hours. It's like, even to this day, like if I have a project that I'm putting together and I have a pitch deck, I send it to him, he replies immediately with notes, and he's like, oh, this is exciting, or like, can I share this? And so he's just trying to like continue our careers as storytellers from the Tom Cruise School of Acting and Filmmaking, and it feels really nice when someone believes in you in that way.
Yeah, it's a very good opportunity for you, and I see that you're gonna grow so much because you've been busy. You know, we have Falcon and Winter Soldier, No Exit, which I love it a lot. Now Top Gun, Maverick, and you're gonna just doing a lot of like good stuff. And coming back to the set, is there anything fun that you guys that happen on set with you young actors that you can share with us?
The ones there's every single day, there was just like the group of people that was in every single one of these moments is already some of the closest people in my entire life. So every day we had amazing moments that we can or can't share. But there was one day that there's so much competition on set because we're really competitive, but it was an amazing day of watching Jay and Tarzan compete with each other about I'm gonna leave that one there. That's actually for them to tell. But for me, there were so many days that like we had to hang around bases, and our trailers were alongside a runway, and there was a moment that we were just playing football outside, and there was like F-18s taking off and landing, and then we looked around like as we're just playing football, and we're like, what is our life? How is this? Like, because it got to a point that it felt normal, like we were actual aviators that were just tossing the ball around, and the contrast of that day to the first time we saw an F-18 was like, oh wow, to then 3 months in, we're like, oh, F-18, that's cool, and then like pinching ourselves and being like, oh my God, we're so immersed in this, and we've adapted to how other aviators have been around us that like it felt like we just fit into the background, and that was a special, fun moment on set.
Amazing. Danny, I just want to thank you so much for your time. A pleasure to talk to you. A lot of success. Muito obrigada. E beijo para você.
Gracias.
Muchas
Ciao.
gracias. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Ciao.
Thank you.
Bye.
What the hell?
Good morning, aviators. This is your captain speaking.
And we're off.
Here we go. In 3, 2, 1.
We're going into combat on a level no living pilot's ever seen. Not even him.
You think up there you're dead. Believe me.
My dad believed in you. I'm not gonna make the same mistake.
Someone's not coming back from this.
Those are your pilots. Anything happens to them. You will never forgive yourself.
No turning back now.
Come on! Jeez! Having any fun yet?
If you like this video, don't forget to comment, to like, and subscribe to our channel right here.